Hello. Welcome back to shut up, Justin. Welcome back to Advanced Fighting Fantasy on a town called Bastard. For what's probably the final episode in this little mini story. Yeah, I know, it's a shame. Our heroes stand on the threshold of the evil sorcerer Xortan Throg, armed with nothing but their wits and all their weapons. And let's have an intro from left to right, please. Justin!
Well, this is Gordo Bronwyn signing off, really. You know, I've really enjoyed meeting up all these weeks to record this. You know, again and again. What can I say? Lizard Rider, Orc Killer, General Great Guy. I mean, you know, my deeds today speak for themselves. I'm a thief.
Thanks, Justin.
This is Jake with Grimble, the Scottish dwarf, who at the end of the last episode was kicked rather hard in the nards. That's his lot of life at the moment, and it's probably not going to get much better for him, to be honest. Yeah, that's it.
This is Sam with Warrior Princess, Aspen Darkfire, the Griffin Slayer. Just getting better and better, really.
Yeah, you started off as like some random elf you don't really care about, and now you're like, yeah, she's pretty badass.
Yeah, pretty badass.
Also known as Princess Elfhair.
Princess Elfhair.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, is better than Princess Elfface.
Yes. I am
Which
also,
is also a valid name.
Quite relatively close to being dead, so ups and downs, swings and roundabouts.
But your memory will live on.
Yeah.
This is John with Jarek Stormguard, Ogre Bane. One of us is probably going to die this turn, and I'm pretty hopeful I'm not going to be it.
This is Other Sam playing Rangor, the human wizard, who was entirely ineffectual, I think, in the last session. Did nothing useful whatsoever.
Yep.
And didn't even manage to levitate, which
Yep.
I'm actually quite upset about. The whole session I levitated, so, you know, that's got to be changed.
No.
How tall is this room?
Exactly the height of you.
Yes. Okay, so I take it you're going to wander through into the wizard's chamber.
Might it be an idea to do some form of healing before we...
Yeah, you could have time to get a heal in before...
I'm walking straight in.
Oh, wizard point!
I am going to cast stamina on myself.
Hello, dwarf.
Okay. Come on, elf.
I succeed.
Okay, so that's 6 stamina.
Yes.
I'm going to cast stamina on the dwarf, because his gonads are not looking a good way.
Are you examining them carefully?
I succeed. 6 stamina void.
Okay. You enter into a large, well-furnished room. To one side is a fireplace, but immediately in front of you is the evil Xortan Throg, sitting on a splendid throne, flanked by incense burners. To either side of him are 2 doors. He's an old, nearly bald man who wears ornate but rather old-fashioned toga-like robes, and the skull cap so beloved of evil wizards everywhere. He speaks slowly and quietly, but with considerable power and presence, clearly used to being obeyed, immediately and totally. And there's a picture of him here that the listeners won't see, but there you go. That's what he looks like. Listeners, if you imagine the thing I just said.
So it's like the Pope, but with a skull engraved on his throat.
So just like the Pope.
Just like the Pope. Yes.
And let's not all turn into Dawkins Wizard.
No, he's Dawkins the Wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ultimate showdown.
Welcome to my castle, goodly fools. I trust you have enjoyed your stay thus far, though I must admit I am surprised to see so many of you still alive after the excellent entertainment I laid on especially for you. I can only apologize for that, but I hope to correct matters shortly. Before you die, however, I thought that you should know a little about the affair that your greed and arrogance have got you involved in. I'd like to introduce a friend of mine who will explain. At this, the door to the left of the wizard opens, and Prince Berinjahar enters the room.
Knew it.
Betrayal!
Not surprising at all.
I
I knew I hated that guy.
My old adventuring friends, he says. I am so glad to see you here. Father was right when he said that he was hiring the best adventurers in all Atlantia. Unfortunately, your famed abilities will do you little good here. You see, I cannot allow Princess Sarissa to be rescued. It was very thoughtful. Oh, God! Will the cat just... Oh, my God!
The wizard seems distracted. That's a small cat.
Attack!
Attacks the tapestry behind him.
Yes, that's for the listeners. That is exactly what happened. If by tapestry you mean net curtain. Where were we? Prince Brinjahar, evil. Yes. You see, I cannot allow Princess Sarissa to be rescued. It was very thoughtful of my father to arrange such a prestigious marriage for me. She is both pretty and wise, a highly suitable match for my noble self. But were it to go ahead, it would not be long before Chalice would be full of advisors and ministers from Salamonis. Within 2 shakes of a rock's tail, we would be nothing but a puppet of that vile city. I have no intention of so subjugating myself or my people, so I made a deal with my learned friend here. He has even more reason to hate King Salomon than I. Naturally, we had to make a show of rescuing the poor girl, but once the best adventurers in Alanzia have tried and failed, it would be obvious that nothing more could be done. I must admit I am surprised to see you have evaded the little traps we laid for you on your way here, with a little help from those foolish priests whose secret passage was nothing but the entrance to the goblin caverns, but you will understand that we simply cannot allow you to live any longer. And with that, Prince Berinjahar draws his sword and strides forward towards the dwarf.
Let's not play silly buggers here, Prince.
You know,
You
if
fiend!
if you didn't want to marry her, you could just have like a scandalous affair or something. Anything.
I think it's too late for that now.
He's not listening.
Can I try and cast a spell or restraint?
Hold on. I need to...
Royalty. Never listen to anything.
I knew I didn't like him for a reason.
Okay.
Fiend of the highest
You
caliber.
just killed the princess.
There's a kind of brief flash of sparking light, and you see a kind of insubstantial wall develops across the room between the rest of you and the prince and the dwarf.
Oh.
They're engaged in mortal combat. The Xortan Throg is just kind of sat on his throne, cackling and waving his hands in the air
Which
in
side?
wizardly celebration.
Which side of the wall is he on?
There is no barrier between you and Throg.
Cool.
So, in order then, Jarek.
I'm not gonna get close. I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay, make a crossbow roll for me.
20.
You...
Or is that... Wait, is that...
No, it's a check.
Oh, I passed anyway.
You aim your crossbow and fire a bolt true at him. With a flick of his hand, it is severed in half and falls out of the air. Thief.
You stand there doing that.
What's his name again? Grimbold? No, that's that one.
What?
Yes, that's it.
What's the wizard's name again?
What's the what?
What wizard's name?
Xortan Throg.
Xortan Throg. I go Xortan Throg. Surely some deal can be reached. Prince Berinjahar kind of offered you everything. Maybe, perhaps a game of wits. Or not just that? Or is he not looking to?
Yeah, he's firing a force bolt
Oh,
at you.
fuck.
He, with a flick of his fingers, a force bolt, barely visible, arcs out towards you. Give me either a test your luck or a dodge roll.
Oh, luck, damn straight. Pass my luck.
Okay, you managed to dodge past it. Luck go down by 1. Dwarf.
I'm going to enjoy this, Prince. You fiend.
I suspect you won't, you filthy little creature.
How very dare you? My hygiene is impeccable.
18.
17.
There we go. And he does 1 damage to you.
Oh, you're going to have to hit a lot harder than that, Prince.
He kind of flicks his sword round and steps past you in almost a fencing pose, going, "Ha ha!"
Right. Very good.
I don't fancy Grimbold's chances here.
Elf?
I'm going to mirror myself because it's cool again. I succeed.
Okay. Okay, so there are mirrored selves on either side of you. I assume they are going to advance toward... You're advancing towards the wizard as you do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a force bolt thrown at you, but it hits one of your mirror selves, who evaporates. You still have another one. You're 1 step towards him. Each time you advance towards the wizard, basically you have to advance 4 times to be next to him, okay? To be able to actually hit him.
Haha, you fool!
Okay, wizard.
If you say levitate, I'm going to hit something.
I'm going to try and cast sleep on him, which may fail entirely, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay.
I fail my magic anyway.
Okay, could you... right, let's see who it hits then.
I'm failing magic way
Unless
too
you
much.
want to test luck.
Yeah, I'll test luck.
Okay.
That'd be awful.
I'm now on 9 luck.
Okay.
Passed.
Put the dwarf to the side. Dwarf just climbs up and shows.
Oh, God. College education.
Jerk.
You
bad
said there was a
magic.
fireplace in here. Is that nearby?
It's on the other side of the barrier. Basically,
Ah.
the dwarf and the prince are dueling in front of the fireplace.
Can we see?
Down.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There's just like a sparking barrier of light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see what happens if I aim a hit at the barrier.
Okay.
That feels like a very bad idea.
Give
but
a
I'm gonna
crossbow roll.
do it anyway. Pass.
Okay. You hit the barrier and the crossbow bolt bounces off.
That told me nothing.
Thief.
Oh God. Right, I just guess I'm gonna have to advance upon the evil wizard.
Okay. He fires a force bolt at you. Either test your luck or dodge.
I'll test my luck, and I get equal to it.
Okay. That's fine then. So you advance 1 step towards the wizard. Dwarf.
Come on, dwarf.
What have you got?
18.
Yeah, he hits you.
Oh my God.
Very good.
For 2 damage. What you want? What you want now?
12.
Oh, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Yet. Elf.
Can I advance while firing my bow?
No. Not unless you don't want to be able to dodge or anything. I would advise not, because he seems to be firing a force bolt towards every single person who tries to advance on him.
Can I just fire my bow with, like, me and my mirror self?
You can. You do remember what just happened.
Yeah, but maybe if there's 2 arrows.
Well, one of them's not real.
No, it still hits.
So it would still hit.
Well, assuming that won't work, I'll move forward.
Okay. The force bolt gets fired at your mirror self, who evaporates, so it's just you now, but you are to another step closer to the wizard.
Idiot wizard.
And speaking of idiot wizards...
Do I try again?
I didn't roll or anything, I just told you it didn't work, right?
Well, because I failed. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm looking for a fireball.
Okay.
I pass.
Okay. The firebolt dissipates about halfway towards Throg on his throne.
Okay, cool.
But he still loses the stamina.
Yeah, oh yes.
Oh yeah. I'm just murdering myself with magic.
Jarek.
I'm going to advance.
Okay. Either test your luck or dodge.
Dodge. Pass.
Okay. The force bolt whizzes past you and you get a step closer to the evil, maniacal, cackling Xortan Throg. He is all those things. Thief.
I step closer. And test. Ooh. Critical.
Was that a luck test?
That was just a skill test because I no longer have my skill and luck are now equal, so there's no reason not to be skilled.
Okay. I'm going to say that critical allows you, basically you dash forward a whole 2 steps. That doesn't sound like much.
No, it sounds very impressive.
You're 3/4 of the way towards him now.
Excellent.
And the dwarf. What'd you get?
19.
And you hit!
Yay! Go dwarf!
5.
That is a 2 damage.
Hey, take that, you punts. How dare you?
You slash
Just-
mightily. You slash mightily through his pantaloons. He steps back and looks down at the kind of blood stain developing on them and says, "You little rotter! Have you any idea how much these cost?"
Aye, probably not as much as my beard. I really don't
Best comeback ever.
You'll be more worried about your shins when I hack them off.
Luckily, none of us can hear this because the forward man prevents any sound.
We just say very confused looking.
Elf.
We're gonna be advancing again.
You go, elf.
I'm presuming I'm gonna roll against luck.
Sure.
What?
Either luck or
Then-
dodge.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't have dodge.
But you could roll against skill if you don't have dodge.
Pass luck. My skill is lower than my luck.
Okay. You are also 3/4 of the way. And you dodge that force ball. Actually, everyone who's 3/4 of the way, could you make a skill check for me, please? Awareness if you have it, just skill if you don't. So it's Justin and Shabadoo.
Pass if it's just a basic check.
Yep, just basic skill check.
I pass.
You both notice that every time he fires out a force bolt, the incense burners on either side of his throne kind of flare up a little bit.
Cool.
So you know. So I'll pass that information on. You might find it handy, you might not. Wizard?
I'm gonna go over to the wall where he's fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and just like get my staff and poke it. Does it just bang
Oh
off?
my god.
You understand the purpose of a barrier, yes?
Yeah, but I can't do anything against this guy, so.
Oh my god. I'm so glad my character's concentrated
Have
on something.
you checked your hand to make sure you can't do anything about Neil's attack? Cross video humour. Okay, yeah, you poke. Yeah, you get it now.
Using magic knowledge.
Have you got magic knowledge?
I have magic skill.
Okay, yeah, roll against magic to try and figure out what it is.
I succeed.
It's a barrier. It will stop anything passing it.
There's no way of dispelling it or anything.
Killing Xortan Throg.
Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Good. Jarek.
With dodge. Pass.
Okay. You are halfway there.
Living
Thief.
on a prayer?
No.
Oh god.
I make it past my skill.
Okay, you're right next to him now. You can't do anything this turn. Dwarf.
Go dwarf.
19.
18.
It's not going well for you, mate.
It isn't.
He's going to cut you up like yesterday's.
Pantaloons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yesterday's pantaloons. That's 2 damage.
Oh, no!
Ah, I have you now!
I'll see your pantaloons shredded before this fight's over.
Not too sure about that.
I feel like that might be another reason the prince didn't want to marry the princess.
Elf.
Continue advancing. I'm going to roll against my skill.
Okay.
Why?
I succeed.
Fair enough.
He has really good skill.
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't.
I have
It's not
terrible
even worse
skill.
skill than me.
It's one lower than my luck at the moment.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Wizard.
Kind of wants to do now.
Oh my god!
Maybe you should just sit down and have a think about it.
I might levitate. Just go throw yourself in next time.
Just go home.
Yeah,
We can finish up here. Like,
exactly.
we've got this under control,
There's a
really.
lizard downstairs. You can try and ride that.
Yeah.
I could try weakening him. That might work. What if I could pass through the barrier?
Oh my god.
Try levitating.
Yeah, why did you try levitating?
Maybe you could levitate over the barrier.
That's an idea.
Into the-
That's an idea.
Into the ring.
Don't want to pressure you, Sam.
I'll cast weakness at the wizard guy.
Okay.
Sam,
I wonder if this is going to work.
I guess not. I succeed.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right.
oh my god.
I mean, he's deflected every ranged and spell thing that's come in so far, but maybe that one would have worked, right?
No, it might have done. I've got a few more spells I can try, yeah.
Why don't you try ESP on it?
That's what I was thinking. Oh no,
What are you
right
feeling,
now.
evil wizard?
That was my next one.
Oh, fuck.
Jarek Stormguard, what are you doing?
I'm going to move forward
Okay.
and dodge. And oh dear, fumble. Well, double six. So yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a fumble.
yeah.
Okay, Xortan Throg's force bolt smacks you directly in the face, and you stagger backwards and collapse to the ground at the very start of the room. And take 4 damage while you're at it.
I stab Xortan in the face as best I can.
Okay, give me a dagger roll.
I make it.
Okay, give me a damage roll.
1 damage.
Okay, you deal 1 damage to him.
Stop that.
He goes "Ah!" and rears back off his throne. Again, the incense burners give a little
Ha ha! Take that! You wizarding fool!
dwarf.
16.
Yeah, more.
He's gonna cut you up.
3 damage.
Hey, can we stop now?
Take my words. I'm bleeding.
Pantaloons are lovely.
They're quite flinching, actually.
Elf.
Can I cast an illusion of the incense burners going out? Considering I'm stood right next to him.
You can, yes.
Kill him.
That can be
Kill him.
done,
Stab it in his heart.
Illusion.
Could you not just knock the...
Incense
Burners
burners
over.
over.
Stab his face.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
the
cool.
instant burners.
I suppose I'll knock them over then. God.
Brilliant.
Oh, fuck.
So, are you going to knock over one of the incense burners?
Could I put them both out with an illusion?
No, because they don't really go out. They just look like they've
Yeah,
gone out.
but he acts like they've gone out.
Yeah, but then when he tries to do a spell and it works just fine, he's
He's
gonna
not
go.
looking at just give up. They're like, no.
I hate to mitigate. He
Incense elf
surrenders.
face, just knock over the goddamn incense.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
Building on your own.
Oh,
You can knock it
Fine, I'll knock one of them over.
Brilliant.
fucking hell! You're nearly as bad as the wizard.
That could have been brilliant. We could have captured him alive.
Give me a sword roll, please.
Sword, okay.
Really?
So just skill. I fail.
Yeah, you just kind of hack at the chains holding
I
it
should
up.
have illusioned it.
What is wrong with you people?
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Wizard.
Okay, I'm going to cast Sleep on the prince who's fighting him.
There we go!
And I pass. Yes.
Can you cast through the barrier?
Yes,
Ah.
yeah, you can.
That's what I was my big debate.
The prince kind of you're quite badly wounded now, aren't you?
Yeah, 7
Yeah.
health.
You're kind of backing up, holding your battle axe up to defend. The prince takes a couple of steps towards you and goes, "I'll kill you where you..." He falls over asleep.
The old dwarf charm strikes again.
He's very roundly asleep on the floor. Congratulations.
All the previous turns of me working out I could get through the barrier. That's why it took so long.
You're an idiot.
It's just like...
Everyone here believes you. Jerick.
I have now seen Princess Elfface trying to do something to the incense burners and think this is a brilliant idea, so I fire my crossbow at
Yes,
the
finally! That wasn't
Pass.
specifically aimed at you, just kind of... you pass.
Pass.
Right, you hit one of the incense burners off.
Yeah!
It crashes to the floor, the barrier comes down immediately, and Xortan Throg kind of leaps to his feet and dashes all the way across the room at you, wielding his long, talon-like fingernails as weapons, going, "Ah!"
Damn.
Yeah.
Attack or dodge or something.
Well, he'll get an attack at the end of the thing, but yeah.
Oh, damn.
Thief.
I chase after him. You can't run away from me that easily, you spellcasting sorcerer. And
You.
I get him.
Yeah, you get him. Yeah. Give me a damage roll if you stab the old man in the back.
That's not, sorry, that's my line of work. You can't be angry at me for that.
Yeah, you kind of chase after him, just kind of going, come back here, as you stab him in between the shoulder blades.
Yeah, fair enough.
Dwarf?
Can I close the distance between me and the sorcerer in one turn? Or kill the prince?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can make an attack.
Yeah, I'll attack the sorcerer. I'll
Okay.
take the prince back alive. And his pantaloons.
Okay.
22.
Yeah. Well, no, it was just a check,
Oh, right.
because he's not attacking you, so. Give me a roll.
2.
Okay. You're all cutting him up pretty bad now. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Take that,
Elf.
End him.
Is the other incense burner going?
It is, yes.
The one that was next to you that you failed to kick over last time.
I suppose I'll try and knock it over again.
You could definitely do a bow shot from here at the wizard.
Can I? No. I'm going to firebolt the wizard.
Okay.
Yeah. I pass.
Okay, roll die.
5.
Okay. The firebolt explodes on Xortan Throg, and he wheels round and shouts, "Enough!" and knocks you all to the ground with a vast force-bolt spell that keeps you pinned there against the wall and on the floor and in various hilarious poses. He stalks forward a little bit and says, "The time for our fun has come to an end, brave heroes." As he says so, one of the doors behind the throne kind of opens up a little bit, and 18-ish-year-old girl in quite fancy clothes with long blonde hair comes out holding a large vase. Xortan Throg says, "Yes! Now you will finally meet your demise. It is time for me to..." The young girl has smashed over the back of his head, and he collapses to the floor unconscious.
We unfold ourselves from the wall.
Hey, nice work, lassie.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Here you are.
Is that about tying up the prince, maybe? He'll be awake in like
yeah,
4 minutes
well,
time.
His head off.
Yeah, no, I think
No.
Sarissa is actually standing by the prince and kicking him a bit.
That's fine.
I
yeah.
won't stop her.
we've good evidence that the prince is in league with the wizard, and we're not going to get like massively rammed and put in prison as soon as this is all over because the prince said that we were.
Well, that could definitely happen.
Yeah,
We'll just
no,
tie him up for now.
I mean, like
The
at least time up
princess
now.
seems to be somewhat aware of it,
Yeah.
and will hopefully vouch for
Just
us.
to make sure, I'm going to knock over the other incense burner.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
The princess kind of looks up from Barinjahar's prone form and looks around at you all and says, Well, you can hardly go back to Chalice and claim your reward, having just mortally wounded King Pindar's only son, now can you? Even if he was a right royal creep. Don't suppose for...
We didn't mortally wound him.
I
He's
just sliced his
asleep.
pantaloons.
He's asleep.
He's bleeding pretty badly.
You can fix that.
I don't suppose for one moment that the king will believe any tales of wicked plots. Kings are no different from anyone else. They think their children can do no wrong. Fortunately for you, though, I expect my father will reward you just as lavishly as Pindar promised to. Maybe better indeed, because Salamonis is the richest city in all Alanzia. Of course, we still have to escape from here. I heard that slimy Berinjahar telling old Throgface that his men were on guard outside and would catch you if you tried to escape. But we can probably get out the same way you came in. That means I'll have to walk back through the forest, which will ruin my dress even more. But I'm sure my father will forgive me once he knows the circumstances. Shall we go?
We have a lizard.
A lizard.
A lizard?
Yes, a riding lizard. I can ride it.
Oh, no, I simply couldn't. Is it clean?
Yeah.
And safe?
No.
It's not that clean.
It doesn't sound very friendly or
Probably
comfortable.
quite safe.
I think on the whole I'd rather walk, thank you.
Oh, that sucks.
That is her actual speech for if you ask her to ride on the lizard. It's all of everything.
Does any, like...
Really? You couldn't...
I would feel much safer slipping and blade between the,
The sorcerers.
No, the prince. I'm just saying, he's going to tell bad things. And I've got a name to keep unclean. You know,
I'm looking for some rope wars going on to time up when he wakes up.
I don't know. I think
There's
if-
no
if
rope
these
in
two
this
places
room,
are
but there
going
is
to go
always
to
the
war,
doorway.
Just having a quick
I
look
think
round
the
back, yeah.
city that we're going to might appreciate having a hostage they can perhaps ransom
yeah,
back.
I like it.
Maybe pay a bit extra.
In the back is a study. It has all the bookshelves have been stripped of books.
Yeah, I'm also very excited about magic now. I'll probably get totally distracted from the rope and just start
Yeah.
looking through the magic.
All the bookshelves have been stripped of books, as I just said.
Oh,
All there is several vases that look rather like the one that Sarissa broke apart on the head of
is it like a
Xortan Throg.
desk with anything on it? Why everything's completely bare?
Everything has been taken.
That's weird.
I smash a couple of the bases.
Okay.
Take that, you bloody wizard.
Sarissa kind of pokes her head round the door and says, "Yes, I don't know why there are all those vases there. They look rather like old, expensive Carsopolis antiquities, but they're probably just fake." Ducks her head back and walks
Half
up.
the golden smash.
I'll just mention that. Do you know where all the magic papers and scrolls went? Surely there was something here before. It's like it's all been stripped.
Do you know where any of the things went?
Who's back in the main room?
Me.
Xortan Throg's prone form starts to collapse.
Oh, fuck. Does it just melt away?
Yeah.
I'm going to go over and, like, trod on the empty robes
Yeah,
to make sure it's gone.
It's all a bit Obi-Wan.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, was I not being subtle enough with my reference?
The fire flares up, and the cadaverous form of Xortan Throg's head appears in the fireplace. He starts laughing.
That's
We will meet
fire.
again, Xortan Throg.
Ah! He booms in a loud, echoing voice, which can be heard from the study. Well, I'm assuming you're...
We'll probably come back
Yeah.
through.
I have made contact again. It seems, good sirs, that your reputations are not false, and you are as brave as I had heard. I hadn't thought that old fool Pindar could have afforded anyone as good as you.
Tell him I smashed his bloody vases.
Perhaps he couldn't, and was hoping you'd take pity on him, or he even thought to trick you out of your reward. I'll bet you didn't think to get anything in advance, eh? Never mind. Still, my brave fools, it seems I was wise to take precautions. As soon as I heard who was coming after me, I decided to absent myself from the scene of the action. Sorry about that, but I've been leagues away all along. The poor creature you killed was a mere simulacrum, an artificial being animated by the force of my powerful sorcery. I am safe in my secret sanctum, from which I will take my revenge upon you, one by one, slowly and hideously.
I'm going to, if there's anything nearby, I'm going to pour it on the fire.
You think it's probably magical, being as it's green.
Oh,
Still try.
yeah.
And you, Sarissa, don't think I have forgotten you. Return and tell your wise and good father that Xortan Throg lives still, and while he does, no one in Salamonis can afford to sleep easy in their beds. His face disappears.
Right.
And that's the end of the adventure!
Yay.
I think we'll back out.
That's what we call a lead-in.
Out of curiosity, is the thing with the vase on the back of the head actually in the book? Or
Yes.
was that? Ah.
But it says to use it at any point if the heroes don't look like they're going to win. But I thought it was so neat that I wanted to use it, so I just, when you actually did just kill him, I had him cast a big spell so that Sarissa could come out and do that.
Nice.
Because I like it subverts the catch, rescue the princess trope slightly. I liked that. So.
Yep.
Yeah, what did we think? Advanced fighting fantasy,
Yeah,
just
a lot of fun.
incredibly mechanistic and complex.
Yeah, the rules are
It's
a bit
very
rules
overpowered.
heavy. It's a bit rules heavy.
We seem pretty overpowered as well.
This was the first
This
one.
was the Sam,
It is.
for frick's sake!
Seriously, we
Shut up!
passed nearly all the checks we ever did in that.
Hmm?
We passed nearly all the checks we ever did in that.
Apart from like
Apart
all the magic ones.
Grimbold got his balls.
I'm not saying
He nearly died.
combat was alright. I mean the checks. Like nearly all of our skills were combat checks. So like,
Yeah, I
we're
wasn't-
85-90% guaranteed to pass every check.
I wasn't using many modifiers
Fair.
really, and also you've got to remember that adventure is designed for your specific group because you're pre-mades that come with the book. It specifically through the adventure refers to your characters. Like when it says about going through the passage, it says check if anyone who has dark seeing can do this. Note Grimbold Tornhelm has this. Like it has those things. It's built specifically for these characters.
Yeah.
So that you can use your skills.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was it's the lead-in was the first thing, so it was expected to be a bit not easy, but not so challenging, straightforward. I think it was good.
You're not
It
supposed
was,
to die.
yeah, I mean, it was a slightly linear game.
Yeah. We literally followed a line.
I don't know, like
But,
we killed a griffin, we mounted a lizard,
Yeah, I like that. I don't know what we're supposed to do with these those things.
we freed some
but-
peasants. God knows
Just
what
there.
happened to them. Who cares?
Well, they didn't get
Yeah.
crushed by portcullis. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That is the main
Oh,
thing. in
wait,
life.
that's a good point. We can't go out the way we came because there's a massive portcullis.
We can
We'll have
lift
to ride
it.
the
We can get
lizard.
by
You
it.
can lift it, or I don't care anymore.
Oh no, we'll just have to ride the lizard.
I'm sure the princess is actually a bodybuilder and can just do that. I really was sad that Grimbold didn't just kill the prince. Like I was really looking forward.
It
to
was
him
another
dying.
part of my reason for having not done it. I was thinking, I thought right away, I probably could make Prince sleep. I want to see how the fight goes for a bit though.
Such an arsehole friend.
And I was like, okay, you're actually losing. I should probably send him to sleep now.
I did muck up his pantaloons though. So.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I think he mucked up his own pantaloons by the end of it.
Including that decision, you definitely did more damage to the dwarf than any other enemy.
Yes.
Out of interest, what is it like playing a very simplistic, frankly really designed for young teenagers, role-playing game from 1989 now?
It's good.
Feels quite fun.
Yeah,
Was
it's
it
pretty
still
fun.
fun?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny to play, but that's fine.
More from the players than the...
Yeah, but that's why we play it funny because of the style of it.
Yeah, it's certainly more light-hearted than most of the things I run.
Yeah.
But it feels a bit
That's
like
nice.
adventure because it's that style. It's old and
Yeah.
it's simplistic and
It's a romp.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't original.
And I think that the lack of mechanics didn't take away from the game at all.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Do
very
you guys
fun.
felt the combat was a bit stodgy? Like went on a bit, you just grinding down enemies.
I thought it was
No,
great.
I felt like that.
It had lasted more rounds than I maybe would for
Like-
that because of how simple it is.
Yeah.
But it goes, since we only really fought for 2 or 3 rounds against anything, and it goes really fast, it's like...
It was it's
was
faster
alright.
than Dungeons Dragons 3.5
Yeah.
for combat
Yeah.
by far. So
It's certainly no Death Watch.
No,
When they're stodgy,
So I
something
didn't
like
think
that,
it was that stodgy because that's how
Yeah, I thought it
is.
was fine. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't bear anything to the reality of combat, which lasts about 3 seconds and then everybody's dead or bleeding.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too long.
Cool. Any other thoughts on characters or advanced fighting fantasy or me,
No.
either as a GM or just as a person?
How much XP did we get?
I can't remember the XP system. Yeah, but we will bring back Advanced Fighting Fantasy for the sequel to the Sorcerer's Tower, where you'll end up spoilers. You'll end up facing Xortan Throg again.
No!
There we go.
Fine.
Yeah, are we excited for that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Super.
yeah, probably. It'll be alright, won't it? It's an afternoon, innit? Something to do before you die.
No, many weeks, many afternoons, many weeks of afternoons.
Yes, many weeks of afternoons. Okay, say goodbye to the lovely people.
Bye.
Bye.